With all the hype around FF7 Remake, FF14, and FF16, I feel like everyone forgot about the Crisis Core remake. Like, I was hyped when this game was announced because I never got around to finishing the original version and because I like Zack as a protagonist more than Cloud. What? But I guess people wanted more of FF7 Remake and FF16 instead. I can't tell if I'm underleveled or if I just suck at the game right now, because these dudes are really piecing me up. Okay, I already know this fight is going to take forever, so I'm going to go ahead and speed through this. Speaking of speeding, you know what would have turned this game into a masterpiece? Air combat. Flashy Kingdom Hearts or Devil May Cry type air combat would have made this game nearly perfect. Well, maybe not perfect, but it would have made the combat a lot better. It's what this game is missing. You see the characters in cutscenes fighting in the air, so why don't they let you do it in-game? It's a missed opportunity that could have made this game a lot better. Okay, I think it's time to wrap this up. This fight has been dragging on for way too long.
Dreams of the morrow hath the shattered soul. Pride is lost, wings stripped away. The end is nigh. Such is the fate of a monster.
We're not monsters, you hear me? We're soldier. Where's your honor?
I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been playing this game on hard mode, and I feel like the AI isn't that much different than playing on normal, but the lifelines of all the bosses are extremely long for no reason. It kind of makes the major boss battles a drag, but it could be that I'm not using good enough spells.
It should have been me. I should have dealt with Genesis.
Yeah. Then why'd you send me?
To prepare you for your next fight.
Have you lost it? Stop it!
Someone's waiting for you, no?
Angel, don't do this.
I am perfect. A perfect monster.
Deal!
Angel.
What happened to honor?
Okay, so speaking of honor, I feel like every day online there's a new video or some content creator constantly complaining about what's wrong with today's society. Many people blame social media, others blame bad parenting, large corporations, propaganda, drug usage, and tons of other issues. In a sense, I guess you could say many of these points are valid, but I think what it really comes down to is that there is a lack of honor in today's society. And yeah, I know it sounds really corny talking about honor, but hear me out. Long ago, back before I was born, like back when people were in clans, dynasties, tribes, kinships, and etc., people really cared about passing down family traditions, ideologies, heirlooms, and all sorts of practices. When a person in the family accomplished something, it positively reflected on the family name, and when someone in the family did something despicable, it significantly damaged the family's reputation. Your last name was a representation of generations upon generations of your family's impact on the world. The average person worked hard and strived to make their family proud and did anything to prevent the family from looking bad within society. But wait, I know what you're about to say. Those practices and ways of thinking often prevented people from thinking outside the box, and would at times condemn people who introduced new ideas that they did not understand. This is very true. And this is why I am not proposing we adopt all of the practices from that era, obviously. Only the parts that deal with caring about your family name and honor. And if you do not necessarily care about your family legacy, at least care about your own honor and the legacy you want to leave behind. Because you have to think, not everything you do is about you. You have to think about setting an example for your future kids, the people in your community who admire and look up to you, and your own personal impact to the world. And let's be real, I'm not trying to sound preachy or anything, but there has been a drastic increase in the amount of degeneracy that is being accepted in today's society. If you disagree with me, just open TikTok and scroll through the first couple of videos that appear on the For You page. There will be a mix of dudes causing public destruction in Walmart as a prank, chicks promoting OF, clips of streamers dancing around and yelling into a mic making a fool of themselves, and overall just tons of brain-dead content. Look, I'm not saying everything needs to be educational and informative all the time. Literally, the audio of this video is placed over me playing a video game. But you got to at least have some morals and principles. There needs to be clearly defined boundaries that you will not cross for all the money in the world. And you must always protect your honor.
Zach, you have my thanks. This is for you. Protect your honor, always. Embrace your dreams. If you want to be a hero, you need to have dreams and honor.
Angeal seemed like one of the realest characters in this game until he gave up his honor. Though I don't know why it's a big deal that he's not a normal human, but maybe he feels like all the hard work he did to get up to this point didn't contribute to his strength and accomplishments. Like maybe because he was essentially a lab experiment designed for combat, he feels like all his strengths and advantages were just given to him by default instead of being earned. I wonder if that is how some people who are born into wealthy families feel like. That being said, it's unfortunate that we didn't get to see Zack versus Angeal in his normal form. I feel like Sephiroth is a pain to fight in every game he's in. He always has tons of health and does tons of damage, but he really is the perfect antagonist for a game like this. Bruh, that barely did any damage to him. Okay, now I gotta fight him and 2 crystals, and they're doing high damage too. Maybe this time the Octo Slash will do a ton of damage. I need to stop him from executing that move at all costs.
Bruh.
Yeah, so I ended up beating him, but I lost the footage. Sorry, guys.
dare you?
Cloud! Finish Sephiroth off! Sephiroth!
Don't test me! No. Impossible.
Those wings. I want them too.